the summer, you were right next to my table.
Oh, really?
Friends of mine. Yeah.
Where?
In La Huella.
Oh, La Huella, yeah. La Huella.
Hey guys, lovely meeting you.
You too.
I really enjoyed the movie.
Great.
Gal, your face it's all over the world. You must feel like happiest girl right now, right? I mean, you got your own movie.
I'm
after
just
Batman
happy that you
Superman.
enjoyed the movie.
It's amazing.
Thank you so much.
How does it feel to be the boyfriend of Wonder Woman, of a superhero?
I mean, doesn't feel all that badly falling in love with Ms. Cadeau.
Thank you very much.
And I think this film is really important.
Have you ever, in your wildest dream, imagined you were gonna end up seducing Wonder Woman?
No, I'm just trying to get a date.
Her. She,
You did. Well, she did.
No, it's true.
Oh, I
it was
did
a mutual
seduce.
effort. You did.
Okay.
will come when you have to
Is it true that you auditioned for the role without knowing what part was it for? When did you realize that you got the role?
2 days before I flew to Los Angeles to do the casting test.
How was that moment?
Oh, it was surreal. I was sitting in an airplane, not being able to tell anything to anyone because I was traveling by myself, and I just got a phone call that I got the part. So it was so weird.
And does your daughter understand that you're Wonder Woman? I mean, is she impressed by that? Does she know who is
She's
Wonder
impressed
Woman?
by Crafty. She loves to come to set either to play with Chris or to eat candies.
That's nice.
She's
I would play
used
with
to
him as
me.
well.
There we go.
My close friend almost.
That's cool.
Exactly, that's their game. She's used to me. I'm her mother, so she doesn't make a big deal out of Wonder Woman. She loves the costume. She loves the fact that I have a tiara, because then maybe she'll be a princess.
Would she
who
use it for
knows?
Halloween, maybe?
No, that's another thing. She's so for Halloween,
Right.
she wanted to be either a zombie. At the end of it, she was a unicorn.
But never
She's
Wonder
not
Woman.
big into princess. She's not that big into princess.
Who's this young woman?
She's my,
What about you? Any favorite superhero in your childhood? Any comic?
Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Just say it.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, well, that's nice. Fine nuts in Argentina. They're wondering, have you ever met your Wonder Woman?
No, I have not.
Are you willing to?
It's not too late, all the Argentinian girls.
In Argentina.
Gal's dying for me to get married.
No, just have
Dying for me to get
babies.
married
Look
and
at
have
the
babies. And
change.
have babies.
The
You don't
lesbians
need to get
ever.
married. Just have babies.
What are you?
You will soon find out.
Between Batman and Superman, which one would you have an affair? No, let's not say an affair. Let's say a romance, because we love romance and it's kind of a cheesy thing, you know.
Who would you
Who would you choose
on with?
to have a romance with? Batman or Superman?
I can't because I'm married.
Come
to the
on.
most wonderful
This is a
man.
fantasy.
I only fantasize about my husband.
Oh, that's so nice. You can have Superman, you leave me Batman for me.
You got it, boss. You got it.
Thank you so much. Lovely
Thank
meeting
you.
you.
Thank
Can
you.
you say hi to all the fans in Argentina?
Yeah,
I know
you
you
can
were
say it
in
in
Punta del
really
Este.
good Spanish.
Hola, Argentina.
Hola, Argentina.
Bueno, seguimos acá recorriendo parte del set y acá el traje de la Mujer Maravilla. Sueño con ponerme este traje. Hoy no creo que sea el día, pero para Halloween 100% adentro, la Mujer Maravilla. Miren lo que es el traje. El mismo traje que utilizó Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, la Mujer Maravilla.
Be careful of mankind, Diana. They do not deserve you.
You've told me this story.
Hello, Connie. It's lovely meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
Congratulations. Movie, it's fantastic. It's incredible.
Thank you.
There's like a fever, especially in Argentina, with all the fans. How do you feel about it? All the excitement.
I've noticed the excitement, and it's of course fantastic. And I think that when they see the film, they're going to be amazed. It is just an incredible spectacle.
It's amazing.
I'm going, Mother. If you choose to leave, you may never return. Who will I be if I stay?
And how was it playing the mother of a superhero like Wonder Woman?
I loved playing her. You know, the Queen of Amazons was just such a fierce and yet warm character. She was wise and a warrior all at once. You know, having all of these different energies playing inside of a character made her complex and interesting for me to play.
Never let your guard down. You expect the battle to be fair
Until she is better than even you.
Do you see any similarities between you and Queen of Amazons as a mother?
As a mother, yes. You know, I do. I'm very
which
protective.
sense? Really?
Yes, very protective. And also, I can be a fierce mom as well. You know, I want my kids to have ethical and work standards that are really high, and I want them to do their chores, and you know, and yet at the same time, it is sometimes hard to say no.
I'm not a mother. I'm just a mother of a dog. So what was the biggest challenge of turning into the Queen of Warrior? I guess a lot of hard training, right?
A lot of physical training. Our producer and Patty really wanted to be sure that the strength that we're exuding was real. And it was. We worked incredibly hard to get at it, and I think it really shows in the film.
What is your mission?
Well, here's the thing. Boys in the trenches called her Dr. Poison.
How many hours of training?
6 hours a day at minimum.
Of what? I mean,
Of 2
fighting?
hours of weight training, 2 hours of sword training, and 2 hours of horseback riding.
Best shape of body in your life, right?
Absolutely. Best shape ever.
The best secret ever.
Absolutely.
So, you have already seen plenty of swords, I guess, in Gladiator. I mean, fighting for good. No, well, now that I remember, in the following, you were really, really bad.
That's right. I was a very naughty girl.
Actually, I was telling off camera, I'm a super huge fan of the following, especially Joe Carter. Can you please say hi to him?
If I see him,
You have been my greatest love. Be careful, Diana.
You have been making movies for the past 30 years, let's say. Which one is your most beloved character?
That's
If you could choose one, maybe to send it to God, as, you know, here's me, this is my best job ever.
Yeah, I don't have that sort of, everything exists in the moment for me. I don't look back.
And you started off your career next to Al Pacino, right?
That was the first big film I did. My first film that I did was next to an American comic, Jerry Lewis. He was 60 years old and had just had open heart surgery, and I was 18.
Wow. And what about Al Pacino? What memories do you have, or best advice he gave you when you started off?
Al Pacino, I just remember him being incredibly graceful and beautiful and so kind to me. And it was almost overwhelming. I had just moved since a month to New York, and there I was on set with a genius, and it was an incredible experience for me. And he was so talented, and you know, he's just amazing. So that was an incredible thing.
Will come when you have to rise.
I know you speak like 7 languages, right? Can you say something in Spanish to all the Argentinian Wonder Woman fans?
Hola, soy Connie. Invito a todos de venir a mirar Wonder Woman. Mujer maravilla.
Ah, you're a Wonder Woman. Thank you.
Thank you.
Lovely meeting you. Thank you very much.
Be careful of mankind, Diana.
Patty, it's lovely meeting you.
It's lovely meeting you.
Congratulations, movie. It's incredible. It's amazing.
Thank you.
And I was thinking, first superhero film with a female character, main character, and a female director.
Yes.
Girl power.
Yes, thank you.
How amazing is that?
It was great. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Is this kind of a slap for the machistas in the film industry, or not at all?
I don't, you know, you hope it makes a change. I feel a little bit shocked that like when I was like, really, I'm the first person? This is the first movie? That's so crazy.
You are.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing because I felt like we were beyond that sort of thing.
Right.
But on the other hand, I'm incredibly honored to be that person, and so I hope it changes something.
I'm sure. Do you know that you are considered now for all these like fans of the comics like a truly hero idol?
It's crazy.
You
Surreal.
are.
I can't quite even grasp that yet.
I can't let you do this.
What I do is not up to you.
What was the biggest challenge of filming Wonder Woman?
I mean, the biggest challenge is it's a movie I've wanted to see my whole life. So it's one I believe that I'm worth a try as a director to do it, but it's a huge obligation to honor that correctly. So that was something that I took so seriously right from the start. Just I have to make sure, eyes on the prize, that I give every ounce of my being to try to make the best Wonder Woman I could.
Is it true that 10 years ago you were after this project?
Yeah.
And do you think it's like lucky, hard work, destiny?
All of the, I don't, definitely longevity of presence. I don't know. I can't believe it worked out as it did, but I've been saying for 10 years, every time I would meet with Warner Brothers, by the way, I still want to do Wonder Woman. What's happening with that? And so it was a low flame all those years, but I had a very clear way that I wanted to do it, and suddenly a day came where that's what they wanted to do too, and I couldn't believe it.
Who's this young woman?
She's my,
And which values of Diana do you feel identify with? I mean, because she has the heart of a human,
yeah,
and the strength of a god, right?
Yeah.
Of a goddess, let's say.
Yeah. I identify with the want, you know? I have also wanted to do the right thing and change the world, and been frustrated by it not being easy to do, or being heartbroken by the pain and terrible things you see in the world and not knowing what to do about it. And so that was really the story that I wanted to dig into and identify, is like, I've wanted to be that person and wanted love and wanted to understand how to do it. And so that's a universal struggle.
Wonder Woman is extremely sexy.
Yeah.
Is she closest to the Catwoman or to fulfilling the fantasies of Christian Grey?
She is neither. To me, she's the fantasy of us. Like, I feel like women's fantasy is that they could be that good and that badass and that powerful, but also look like that. And that's why she's the grand superhero to me, is like, in my mind as a child and ever since, the idea that you could have all of that ability but still look like that and make people fall in love with you and want to help you is wonderful.
And when did you realize that Gal Gadot was the one for this role? I mean, is it true she auditioned without knowing what part was she for?
Absolutely.
How crazy is that?
How crazy, I know.
Right?
As I started to look at her work and started to see more, learn more about her, and then when I met her, I was so blown away with awe of how incredible she is as a person and how absolutely perfect she was for me.
Who's this young woman?
she's my,
You cry, you laugh, you jump. When was it when you saw the final process product?
I think I had the most wonderful experience early on in the cut when I was like, oh my God, all of these things are there. Then you cut it 700 more times and you do little nuances. And only now am I really making peace with seeing the end and hoping it stayed everything I hoped it could be.
Last but not least, is it going to be a second part of Wonder Woman?
Can't say.
Thank you.
Can't say.
Thank you.
Yeah,
For
nice
all the
to
fans
meet
in
you.
Argentina. Thank you.
Thank
nice
you.
meeting you.
Yeah, you too.
Buenos días, buenos días, buenos días. Aquí desde la ciudad de Los Ángeles, último día ya sábado bien temprano en la mañana, son las 7. Nos estamos despidiendo de esta encantadora, linda, bella y encantadora ciudad de Los Ángeles. Thank you very much. Gracias. Nos estamos yendo al aeropuerto a tomarnos nuestro vuelo Espero que del otro lado hayan disfrutado como yo de este super viaje y este especial de Road Movie por el mundo desde Hollywood. Un beso, no dejen de ver la película, está muy pero muy buena. Estoy segura que a todos los fans de Mujer Maravilla les va a encantar. Que disfruten. Chau, sigan acá en C5N.